And
Welcome to The Other Dimension with the team, Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the other dimension.
welcome everybody, it's that time again. It's your Friday Night Paranormal Fix, and I am here with my two hosts of the show. Yes, it's me, Damon Penny, aka the Paranormal Viking, joined by the one and only the Dark Lord, Mr. Ben Winfield, and the Queen of Sprites, Miss Louisa Brown. And the crowd go crazy. Sorry.
And the demon dog in the background already barking her head off.
Alan the demon dog. Right, guys, Facebook's doing that thing again where it's putting up Facebook user, so you might have to stick your names on the end of them. Big shouts out to Natasha McGuigan. Good evening. So tonight's show, we are going to be reintroducing ourselves because we're like hardcore rappers, and what we like to do is when we brought out a few albums, we like to reintroduce ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And we've also got a video from Bob tonight, which is going to be quite a good one. That's Chris. Easy, Chris. Out to the ghost hunters of Trent-on-Stoke, as Ben calls them.
Ghost on Trent.
Yeah, Ghost on Trent.
Yeah, but out to the Ghost on Trent crew. So, right, couple of bits before we get started. Don't forget, guys, Patreon's kicking off. We've got daily video logs going up there now. Ben's going to be putting some more of his Bangenic bits up there. We've got so much going on with the Patreon. If you want to join, patreon.com/other dimension. £1 or £3, no matter what you pledge, guys, it all helps. It all goes towards the cause. It helps feed a starving presenter for at least a month. Okay, that's all I have to say. So cheaper than McDonald's, isn't it, Ben?
Cheaper than a McDonald's, and at the minute it'd do anything to keep the dog shush. It pays for her treats while she's
I don't know why she's called a treat.
barking away. She's currently buried a bone somewhere. So
Well,
anyway,
if we get enough people, we can get a shot collar. So there you go, guys. There's a bit of incentive for you.
I keep trying to get
What?
one. But...
No.
Oh, dearie me. What else we got? Don't forget, guys, we are going to be having the dates coming up for the glass making venue, the exclusive for the other dimension. The dates are going to be coming up for them very, very soon. I don't know what they call it, a glass factory.
So, just to verify what Damon is about to say, there is an old glass bottle maker in Stoke-on-Trent. For those of you that are obviously in the States and around the world, since we have world members now that are coming. So hello to everyone.
Yeah.
It's an old bottle making factory. It has the large kilns still where they used to make the glass. The bottle kilns. It is an exclusive location.
Yeah.
More hand movements than me when I'm trying to drag energy out. It is a location exclusive to Stoke Haunted Museum and the Other Dimension and Paranormal Awakening, I think, is the other group.
Pottery Works, there you go. See, at least Chris is on the ball.
Yeah, Pottery Works. See, we have to have other people to remind us what we're talking about, because sometimes we just...
Well, it's a good Chris knows, seeing as it's part of his name.
Yeah, we can have one location and call it 5 different names.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's a glass making. From
Yeah.
now on, we're only gonna call this place by its real name, and that's okay. So from now on, that's what it shall be.
Yeah. The location has been untouched for many, many years. We've got photographs. If you scroll down below this video, like a few videos a bit deeper, you'll see photographs of the location. Brilliant place. We haven't been there. Awakening the Paranormal. Dave's going to kill me.
Yeah, it's all right. No, Joe, what, Chris, we're going to step off. If you can take over the show for us.
End of the
Oh, my
week,
God.
guys. My brain's fried
Yeah.
already, and I've still got to do Sunday's show.
Oh, mate, it's crazy. Honestly, I know what you mean by the end of the week, man. 1,800 calories a day, training and that, it's just killing me. Guys, just send me good vibes, yeah? Send me good vibes, I'm telling you. Absolutely, just send me good vibes. What else have we got going on behind the scenes? Oh, I'm hoping to do another paranormal quiz. Big shouts out to Donna French, who won on Wednesday. She won a £10 Amazon gift voucher, and she's enjoying that. She also won bragging rights. If you go and check out Donna's cover photo on her Facebook, it actually says that she won as well. So if you want to join that, that'll be sometime in the middle of June. We'll be doing another paranormal quiz. If anyone wants to donate prizes to that would be really, really great. If anyone's locked in and wants to donate prizes like a free reading or a candle or anything like that, we'll still keep the £10 Amazon gift voucher. But if you want to join in, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Next week's, this might not be worth anything to anyone. I'm just going to say this. Next month's prize, I am willing to do a one-on-one session as a prize. Look,
okay,
not in the way you think.
Oh wow! And Ghost on Trent, I think that's Ghost on Trent. They're saying they're going to donate 2 tickets for a guided tour of the museum for you.
That could either be Craig or Emma or it ain't going to be Chris because Chris is busy. He only trolls when it's good. So
thank you, thank you. I will speak to you after the show about that. That'll be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I'm willing to do a one-on-one, looking exclusively through my grimoire, as everyone's called it, or the book, as it's getting called.
Only besides that time, Isadora, wife's not a happy bunny with you pimping yourself out there, Ben.
Hey, tough times. Money's got to make money.
We've got to get Annie on the show again soon. I'm going to arrange that. I'm going to get her on the show again soon. Definitely. I keep forgetting, but Annie, I'll speak to you after the show. We'll arrange to get you on because Annie's really good on the show. What else have I got to go through? Oh, Truth Collective will be live tomorrow night.
Right. Just for everyone to know, this is the demon dog. This is the one you keep hearing barking.
She's just had a tea and she gets really excitable after she's eaten.
She's 7 months. She ain't growing any bigger, and you'll randomly see her attack me in the middle of videos. So we just want to clear that out for the new members. You will see a dog randomly come and pounce on me. And
you will hear her growling.
Yeah. So guys, also don't forget, Truth Collective will be live tomorrow night, 8 till 9, or 8 till whenever, really, guys. We're going to be live out tomorrow night. I think it's the final one we're doing until the team gets back off holiday. So I'd be happy to say, oh, brilliant. Oh, my God, there's going to be a massive bundle going for the next one. It's going to be great. So, yeah, tonight we're reintroducing ourselves for all the new listeners out there because since Ben put up his video where he went exploring with Josh, exploring with fighters, things have just been absolutely crazy.
I had to post that one up. That's just funny.
I like that. So, yeah, since Ben posted his video up, the thing's gone crazy. So I thought we'd reintroduce ourselves, let you know who we are, what we do. But about halfway through the show, we've got a video from Bob Anton, one of our previous guests. Well, I think it's been on about 3 times, actually. Yeah, he had an experience. Him and his wife had an experience, and we want to get you guys' take on what happened. So, and if you are with the Patreon, you would have seen this video 24 hours before. It was posted up exclusively for the Patreon 24 hours before, so they can make their mind up on what is actually going on in the video. Yeah. So, yeah, reintroduce ourselves. I don't know. You want to start?
I'm just going to throw you under the bus on this one. I've been thrown under the bus too many times.
Okay, so my name's Damon Penny. I like long walks in the park. I like holding hands. My favourite food is Italian. You know, I love a spaghetti. No, well,
we don't wish to offend any of our viewers that may be Italian on this mark.
I'm so going to get myself in trouble one day. So, for the new members out there, we started this about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago during lockdown. I started doing this, and then Ben sort of met on that, didn't we?
to start the story properly for those of you, right, when you look back on it, is Lou found Damon putting his first post together of the Demonologists UK. So
I wore
Lou
it.
went,
Look, I wore it.
this bloke's a demonologist. Why don't you have a nosy at his show? So I went, yeah, why not? I'll have a bit of a laugh. So I went on, and it ended up being that Damon actually knows what he's on about, which is a rarity on the internet.
This is
My
the rarity.
full
Damon knows what
intentions
he's on about 9 times out of 10.
My full intentions were to go on and just have a little bit of a giggle, but one thing led to another, and every show he did, I was sat in the comments giving him jip and having a laugh.
Yeah.
And then eventually you eventually got me on one show, didn't you? That was it. It's just spiraled from there.
Yeah, literally. It is inspiring. Big shouts out to the Ghost on Trent. Welcome to the Other Fish in the Sea show, finding love in a spooky fashion. Yeah. One lonely poltergeist looking for another lost soul. Yeah, no, it did. It just spiraled out of control from that. We sort of like, we went on a show together. We got along really well. I think Ben done about 5 or 6 shows on the Demonologist UK, and then we just went, Joe, what? Let's go into it together. Let's do it. And the amount of guests we've had on the show is unreal, man. We've had
loads of people. We've been quietly like drifting through the paranormal world.
Yeah. I mean, we've had everything from paranormal teams. We had Annie on talking about the Anunnaki and the Angelics. We've had Bob talking about Bigfoot and cryptids. We've had mediums on like Andy Moore. We've had really bad mediums on who can tell people what Ben had for breakfast. Yeah, I can't. It was that much of a standout show. I can't even remember. But we've had loads,
he knew his stuff. This elderly gentleman we had on, he knew his stuff. I'd just like to tell the veteran fans, my grandma is still fine. She's still alive. She's still going.
Yeah. We also had a show where me and you hardly spoke as well when we had Wild Bill on.
Yeah, Wild Bill. If anyone knows Wild Bill that's joined us from other sites and stuff like that, Wild Bill is an absolute legend, but he's one of these guys that you could just set him a topic and then just sit there and listen. And he will just go on and on about stuff. And you're quite happy just sit there and listen to it.
Yeah. I mean, standout shows. We had Kate Sherrill on as well. She absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
She definitely absolutely smashed it. And when we had Annie on as well, she smashed it. You guys were just talking, and I was just sitting there like in a world of my own, just staring at the wall going, well, I'm going boss side. I don't know what I'm doing. What's going on? But that was a good show. But yeah, I mean, background on ourselves. I mean, I've been doing demonology now for about 9 years. Love occultology. My other thing that sort of runs into it is I'm a massive conspiracy fan. That's everyone checked that Sunday show. That went down really well. Yeah. Spoke about Montauk and the Nazis and that. It was really, really good. That was a really cool show. I'll tell you who they haven't heard from. I'll tell you who they don't know is our newest member who's taken over everything because she's the boss now, Louisa. No one's heard about Louisa's background.
Yeah, she's just disappeared to go sort the dog out.
Do you want to sort the dog out?
Yeah, I'll sort the dog out and you can... So now I'm going to hand over to the boss lady when she realises this laptop's really, really hot. So I'll sort the dog out. What do you want?
There you go, corner of my room.
Right.
It's after sorting the dog out for a change because usually I'm running around to trying to sort her out and keep her quiet.
Yeah. Well, Louisa, you do the divination on the channel, but no one actually knows much about you because it's always me and Ben talking about ourselves, and you always sit there quietly. So tell everyone about yourself. Do you like long walks in the park?
I do. I like long walks in the park with my dog and Nala. Yeah, I am Ben's other half. That's
How did
it.
you get into all this?
No, I'm joking.
Did he drag you into this? Is that what happened? He was like, look, me and you are together now, right? So you need to be a bit more demonized, a little bit more spooky.
Demonized.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
Not really. I met with Ben when he'd sort of taken a break from the paranormal stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So at that point, he was keeping everything quiet, and then slowly dropping little bits at me to see how I'd react. Yeah, without being full on demonologist.
I can just imagine you two like you go and stay around Ben's one night and there's an upside down pentagram. You're like, what's that? He's like, oh, it's just for decoration. Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's
I
nothing."
did wonder about his book of shadows that he had like on his like chest of drawers in his bedroom. But I thought, I'm sure he'll say it when it needs to be said.
You was thinking that it was like Titanic, wasn't it? He's like, you was going to ask him to draw him like one of your French girls, one of his French girls, weren't you?
Oh, dear.
He's a little Leonardo DiCaprio about, aren't you, Ben? I swear he makes that dog worse.
He does. He winds her up. Just, we've lost a tutor. Put her in the bed if you want.
But
Yes, master.
you're sort of like more towards the divination side of things, though, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm looking at the moment because
Mhm.
I just thought it'd be interesting.
Yeah, no,
Kind
it's cool.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd look into that a bit, but it's only recently that I've really got into that more.
Oh yeah, for everyone out there, Lou is a baby Wiccan. Okay.
Right, you're in trouble. When are you coming up here?
Soon. You can throw an axe at me at the Viking Festival. It's fine. I'll take one shot for the team.
She is fully trained to fight, Damon. You do know that, don't you?
Yeah, but like, I've got a black belt in origami. I will fold anyone up. Trust me on that one, mate. And I've just got my green belt in tessiography, so I can see it coming. I can see it coming. For everyone out there who don't know what we're talking about, right? Lou done a show on tessiography, and for somebody who's like very much dark side conspiracy, I got well into it. I don't even drink tea, and I got well into like tea leaf reading.
Good.
That was good. It was good. It was good. But you can catch Lou doing all different divination things on the channel sporadically, whenever she feels like it, basically, because no one's got the guts to tell her. No one's got the guts to tell her that she's got to do it regularly because we'll probably all get slapped. So,
Well, I aim to do it every 2 weeks, but sometimes other things happen in life.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, I'll be doing one this Thursday. Don't worry.
Oh, what are we doing this Thursday?
It's a surprise. Read your tea leaves. Find out.
Right, I'm going to go get the cup.
Yeah. I actually announced what I'll be doing next time on my last video.
I didn't watch the last video because I don't believe in tarot cards.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
I don't believe that they work.
No.
With tarot, I just feel with tarot, because she was using Ben cards anyway. I saw you using Ben's cards.
Everyone likes to use my stuff.
I was using Ben's cards for certain parts, and then for the spreads, I was using my cards.
Who's this? Who put up their like conspiracies? Let me know, because it just comes up Facebook user on our side. I think since I added the Other Dimension group, it's been doing that. It's really annoying because I had to do when I've done the quiz the other day. I had to make people put their initials at the end, so I knew. I was like, big shout out to TE. Who the hell is TE?
There should be a link that you can put on so that people can click on it when they come on the chat, and it'll ask them to sign into StreamYard themselves. But you don't have to set up an account or anything. You just sign in, and it allows StreamYard to access their name on Facebook, I think.
Oh, it's Annette. Shouts out to Annette. Look, I know Annette's just done a whole new Facebook profile. I don't know what happened with the other one, but she was like,
She got hacked.
She get hacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Annette. We'll find out who it is, and we'll send Dex over to sort it out. It's all right. Don't worry about that. We got your back, Annette. We got your back.
Already been joking around with the person who kept emailing me. So,
Okie dokie. Yeah, and I mean, like, me and Ben and Lou, we all just sort of like, it's weird how it's worked, isn't it? 1 minute we was all separate, and next minute we was all just doing a show, and it was mad. It's just proper kicked off lately. It's just, I can't keep up with it, and I'm single, so I don't know how you two manage it. It's just been crazy.
I have to take this minute and just say to everyone, thank you for everyone that's come on and everyone that's messaged me over the past couple of days. But I will admit, my brain is completely fried from it all.
Oh yeah,
the heat.
Yeah,
and the heat. I decided to walk home yesterday and got told off. And for anyone,
I sat down, right? Go on, mate.
Well, from my house here to the lockup where I work is about 10, 11 miles.
I can run that. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You're supposed to be supporting me through this.
Yeah, you can do it, Damon.
Thanks, Lucy. See, Ben, that's how you do it. All right.
You're not supposed to be drinking, Damon.
I'm not drinking. This is non-alcoholic beer.
Still got calories.
At 4.1%. I've already put it on my app, so it's fine. I can have one. And then I'm just under. Yeah, I have to have an app because I can't sit there and work out on a bit of paper. You saw the scoring I'd done for the quiz the other night. That was dreadful. It looked like hieroglyphics.
For once, a language I can actually read.
No one can read hieroglyphics, Ben. You taught me that.
Very good.
See?
Why? Why?
Because there's too many different interpretations for the same thing.
So he does pay attention. For those of you who are interested, when it comes to hieroglyphics, anyone that says they can read hieroglyphics and isn't an Egyptologist is lying, because there are 250,000 different variations of hieroglyphics.
There you go. Every day is school day.
Useless information there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I might use that one in the quiz.
Everybody make notes.
Yeah. No, Joe, what funny thing was, with the questions that because like Donna absolutely smashed it. Like, she got like 56 points. It was crazy. Thanks, Ems. Cheers. That was so condescending.
It runs in the family, man.
I can see. Don't worry about that. All the questions I've done were all based on like previous shows, information from previous shows. And I know Donna hasn't really looked into a lot of them, like, but she smashed it. And some of the people that come on smashed it as well. Like, it was good. Ben got 1 point, by the way.
Yeah, well, I got banned from answering because I screwed up, didn't I?
Yeah. You gave away one of the questions before it even happened.
Yeah, the 1947, that was me just straight away, just bang. And then everyone just got pissed. And it was like, okay, I'm not going to comment anymore.
Oh, God. But yeah, I mean, like, the show itself, like, because we're doing like reintroductions, the show itself is sort of, we don't take anything from this show, right? Because the fallacy is at the moment, a lot of people have been messaging and putting that we are like living in Hollywood. We drive Bugatti Veyrons for a living because we make so much money off the show. Let me just explain this to you guys, just once and for all, for everyone out there. It costs £19 a month just for the StreamYard streams. We only make £15 a month off of Patreon. So we still have to pay a little bit out of our own pockets. So we don't make any money. Any sponsors that come onto the show, we only take sponsors on that benefit our listeners. Yeah. You know, we don't take paid sponsors or anything. This show is completely free. It'll always be free. The only things we do extra is the Patreon, where we do video logs and that. What you two laughing at? What? Shit.
He wants you to play.
So yeah, that's basically it, guys. We don't live in Hollywood. We're not massively rich. We don't take a lot of money from here. Even down to like the two teams that we sort of support on here, Truths Collective. We sponsor them. They don't take any money. We also sponsor Supernatural UK, which is Jenny's team as well. We don't take any money from them. We just do it out of the goodness of our heart because we're good people. I've got to send a big shout out to Lauren. That's my niece's mum. Get yourself on TikTok too. Not for the money side, but you could get followers and get on the creative fun. I don't know if I want. I don't know if the team want to go on TikTok. Oh look, there's big shouts out to Kate saying hello everyone. I'm here after seeing Inspiring with Fighters video. Love the knowledge and legit Ben is. I think it's Ben, right? Yeah, it is Ben.
I
haven't. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just dealing with a minute.
I haven't watched the video yet, guys, of Exploring because I haven't had a chance. But I've heard that Ben pulls out some very silky smooth moves where he's giving it all like this sort of
doing all the
Miyagi
hand-
stuff.
For those of you that I'm just going to steal the laptop off of my lady's legs because it's warmer. For those of you that did watch that, I'm wondering what the hell I was actually doing when it comes to the energy. Let me just. I'm going to get technical here because I was screaming at it earlier. So the energy that I was on about, pulling from the environment. This is a photo of your hand. And that is the electrical current of the human body. So that is pretty much what I was doing, but I will explain more on that on Sunday's show.
Yeah.
With the science.
Let me see that.
So,
I've got your back.
Yeah. Because for those of you who've just joined us and all out there and getting used to the new show, I am absolutely terrible with technology.
Oh yeah, 100%. I won't disagree with that at all.
Don't just leave it down.
This is actually one question I want to see the answer of, Chris. Ben, see, what I was trying to explain to someone the other day I was talking to is I bring the blonde dopey crap to the show because I'm really, I know my stuff, but I'm really dopey. And Ben sort of takes the paranormal and brings it to the science side. And Lou is like the headmistress of the team. When we get out of line, she sort of slaps us back into place. And that's how it all seems to work, really.
You know what you're on about. Or you need to make it a little less complicated because you're getting all wrapped up in your own explanations.
Yeah, which if anyone was watching last Sunday's show where I was on about quantum state matter and describing the 3 quantum state matters that exist within the paranormal world, Lou had to just keep stepping me down so I didn't confuse people and go on a rant.
Yeah.
So
Lamonge,
yeah.
Yeah. After that show, I literally went to bed and I curled up in a little ball in the dark and I couldn't sleep for hours because I just had all these crazy words going through my head.
Quiet.
So, yeah. If you want to get technical, guys, it's all about the Sunday show, the Occult and Science show. Yeah, I mean, that's basically us anyway. So if you don't know us now, you should much. Really. Yeah. But on the upside, go on, Lou.
I was going to say that I know I've got a lot of new subscribers onto YouTube and they're wanting to like binge watch all the videos on there. But as it's fairly new on YouTube, we've only got so many videos up. So if they go onto the Other Dimension page and just go on the videos on there, they should be able to find a lot more videos going back to the past year. You can have a year of Ben and Damon.
Yes, literally. I have tried my hardest to get the Facebook videos onto YouTube. But it takes about a day and a half per video to move it over. And I haven't got the patience. I've got the time, I just haven't got the patience because it drives me insane. As you can see, I've already pulled half my hair out and that was doing one video. So
I wasn't going to say it, but
yeah, go on, you may as well. Right. So guys, second part of the show, I was contacted after the Sunday show by one of our guests, Bob Anton, who lives over there in America. He is a cryptid specialist, paranormal specialist. He knows his stuff when it comes to anything paranormal. And him and his wife had an experience. And he wanted me to play this video to our listeners because he trusts our listeners and he believes that they know their stuff. And he wanted us to start a discussion over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video. It's only a 6-minute video. And I want you guys to let us know what you think happened afterwards. So if nothing happens, it's just him explaining it. And then we're going to discuss it afterwards. So let me stick this video on for you guys and we shall see you on the other side.
Yeah, I'm standing here in our bedroom. I know most people probably wouldn't welcome someone into their private chambers, but I'm making a video of our bedroom because recently we've had some paranormal activity in here. And since this channel, this Patreon channel, is about the paranormal, thought I'd give you an update. So recently you may have heard that my father passed away on March 10th. March 10th of 2022. And a couple weeks later, we were recording at Jack Straw, and we had recorded a song called Red Door, Come On Through. It happened to be the last day of winter, and the next day was the first day of spring. So Laura and I were sleeping in bed here, and I sleep on this side and she sleeps on that side. And both of us woke up in the middle of the night, and that curtain was drawn at the time. It was completely drawn. But what we saw was very, very strange. I'm going to show you that the curtain blocks out all the light. And so we were laying in bed, middle of the night, and it was actually 3 minutes after midnight. And suddenly, right over there, just kind of like in the middle of the window, there was this sort of laser beam of light. It was like it went across, but it was more than like a laser beam. It was a curtain, almost like Aurora Borealis. A curtain of light went across the bed. So this is about knee level right here. It was like about our knees or our shins, something like that. And it was this. It looked like the Northern Lights, but it was red in color. And as you can see, our curtain, you know, it has a few holes in it, I guess. But there's no smoke in the room. It's not like we had a fog machine going or anything like that. There's no way that like a laser beam of light would come through that little tiny hole right there and then expand into this giant like curtain of light. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I thought someone was in our room. I thought we were being invaded by a robber, someone like robbing the house, home invasion. And I was ready for a fight. I mean, I shouted and I was startled. Laura woke up and saw the same thing. So this curtain of light, it came across right here, and it went all the way over. And somewhere in here, there was a point of light. It just it went into this corner here. And so while we were laying in bed, I'm just going to lay in bed as if I'm laying here. Here we go. There's my legs. Came across my legs like that, under the blankets, of course. I was under the blankets. And it was funny because right in this area, I could see like a face turning around. I could see kind of like eyes and nose, but behind the red curtain. And I could see like shadow, a form of a person kind of walking. And then that person's face turned around and looked at us, and just the highlights of their eyes and their nose and their mouth, just like a little bit of light highlighting their features was showing itself. So there it was. It started right here, middle of the window, kind of middle of the window-ish, edge of the window, kind of across our knees, somewhere across our shins, something like that. And it was like pulsating Northern Lights. And then all of that material, all of that energy or that light just kind of went up into a point of light somewhere in that area. And then everything went into that light, and then the light turned into a little ball of light. If I remember, it was like somewhere in this area on the top of our dresser, the corner. And then everything went and just disappeared and vanished. And that was one of the most scariest paranormal encounters I've had we've had others, but that was one of the scariest ones because we were watching it for 3 to 5 minutes and we could see quite a bit. So very similar to extraterrestrial encounters, we've been looking up like abduction, where a ray of light or a curtain of light comes into a room and shadows are on the other side of it. We've heard of other encounters like that. It also has an otherworldly element, as in ghost phenomenon. So it's kind of hard to say what this is, but we did feel like it was a positive thing. And at first it was scary, but then it felt more positive as the experience played out. So we kind of we just watched it, and then we looked at each other, and we left the light on the rest of the night because we were kind of scared. We were scared, so we turned the light on and slept with the light on. So it's hard to say what it was. No idea. All I know is it happened. We both witnessed it, and we're still scratching our heads trying to figure out what exactly it was. There's the update from the Antone residents along North Bend Way. Hey folks, have a great day. Please leave a comment below if you have any thoughts or if you have any kind of concept or opinion of what this may have been. Thanks so much.
Now, for everybody that's locked in, we got permission from Bob to play that on the show. And he asked us to discuss what it is he experienced. Now, for those of you that are locked in the chat room, we want to get your point of view on it, but we're going to discuss what happened. Now, I had theories, right? Because I've watched this a couple of times. The Patreon guys have seen this 24 hours before. It definitely intrigued me. That's why I wanted to play it on the show as well. That's why I said to Bob, let's play it on the show, because it's nothing that I've come across before. I don't know if Ben and Lou have come across anything like this before, because on the face of it, you go, it's alien. But the thing that sort of drives me away from the theory of aliens is the fact that, where Bob mentioned at the end of the video there was no fear there. Yeah, and normally when you experience something that you don't know, because obviously we know that humans' number one fear is the unknown, you automatically generate fear. Now, if he's not scared of what's there, he didn't feel scared, then what could it be? I mean, Ben, like, Lou, what do you guys think?
Well, you go first.
No, you're all right. You tell me your explanations. Off you go.
So, you have to remember what we perceive when it comes to light frequencies and sound frequencies. We experience probably about this much, where the scale is beyond. So, for starters, that light frequency would be considered within the infrared spectrum, which is just at the edge of getting toward the edge of human ability to see.
Yeah.
What we've seen when it comes to when you look at historical documents of any spirit crossing the veil or anything like that, it's always taken in with the account of a bright white light. Energy always burns white. It's just the color that we all tend to see. Yeah. So on that notion, this would be, like you say, it'd be more spiritual rather than alien. Because alien encounters, them sort of levels, you can always look into documented cases where they usually hear sounds, usually, like you say, fear. There's usually noises of like the UFOs in a sense, or you have the famous cases where people like that always see owls, or the left-wing impression of an owl looking at them.
Oh yeah, like the film The Fourth Kind, when they do the Gnome in America, where they were putting them under hypnosis, weren't they? And they were always describing this owl. Yeah.
So looking from that perspective, you, like you say, you shift away from the alien theory and you're more onto the spiritual theory. Now, when you come and look at cases when it comes to light fractions with spirits, for example, jinn or djinn that's seen out in the Middle East, the more Arabic demon sides, their light that they use is usually like more of a mirror sort of look, like not mirror, more of like a light pyramid side. So you see a rainbow. Kaleidoscope, that's the one. See, this is why we have her here. She's the boss lady.
Well, you mean like sort of like a prism sort of action where it splits white light into 7 different colours, yeah?
You basically see the rainbow effect when it comes to the jinn. Or you'll see, and then with other spirits, you tend to see the haze. So it's like looking at like a tarmac road with heat on it. You see that sort of hazy shift.
Yeah.
So for this to be outside of that, more towards the infrared scale, providing the red light, you're looking more towards a scale of a higher, like spiritual entity.
Yeah. This is where I was going with my theory.
Yeah. And just another
definitely.
one, I remember, peacock feathers are ridiculously bad luck, Bob. You're not supposed to have them in your house.
Yeah. Actually, I think she's saying she had a very similar experience when she was 8, which is quite cool. Kate's talking about time traveler or an accidental encounter. Yeah,
I have
could
heard
be.
of that theory before as well.
Yeah, I've heard that. Lauren was saying, I thought that he said he was scared after, and that's why he slept with the light on, or was it at the moment? I spoke to Bob after he sent the video, and he said that when the actual phenomenon was happening, he said that it felt like 3 to 5 minutes to him, but it could have been longer. But when the actual incident was happening, he was sort of almost, he felt like safe. He felt okay. It was afterwards when it had all happened that. Oh, it's Kathy. Sorry, Kathy. Kathy had the same experience when she was 8. Afterwards, he felt the same. Now, when I watched this video, I was intrigued, so I went and done some research online, and I come across, and it's a case that I had when I first started doing demonology. I had a similar case to this, and it come across as visitation from, like you said, higher beings, but specifically Anunnaki. If you look at the Anunnaki visitations that are documented online, it always describes them coming through on like the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights sort of spectrum, where the light is able to shift itself rather than be refracted by a mirror or a refraction source. So the lights would then come in and they would bend themselves, almost like the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights as normal people know them. They would bend around the room without being refracted. This is like a commonplace in Anunnaki sightings and Anunnaki visitations. So I'm sort of leaning towards that. I'm not saying specifically Anunnaki, Ben. I'm saying that seems to be the
Relax. I'd lean towards that side, but I'd lean towards more messengers of Anunnaki. To say like what we call the lesser demonics, in a sense, like lesser, more animalistic creatures that are messages. So
this just shows that this just shows the government are listening to us, because it says, can I just say, you were speaking about rainbow effects and now there's a rainbow outside my house. This is the power that Ben has. Okay. He's not just a Dark Lord, he is a warlock and a magician at the same time.
Anyway.
Well, no, going back to serious stuff, Kate mentioned about the time traveler and an accidental sort of emergence of time traveling. Now, if you look at, there was experiments done in late 70s, early 80s, where they were going into time traveling. It was based on the Nazi Germany theory, where they was using spiritualists to be able to time travel. But what they used to do is they used to shoot different light spectrums at the mediums, and they were able to transport themselves mediumistically to other time frames. So when Kate was saying about the time traveler or the accidental emergence of time traveling, that could be a theory that goes in place because of once again, the lights play a big point. And saying as well, if you listen to Bob's video, there was not only the Northern Lights sort of thing going on, he actually saw the outline of a person, but it didn't look like a real person. It was like an outline, and he had the red light as well. So I think Ben hit on the whole thing about different light spectrums, and then being on, because it's almost like sound as well. We have different sound spectrums, and we hear a tiny part. You know, I'm an ex-DJ, so I know that certain bass tones make you dance, certain hi-hats and certain frequencies when you play music at, whether it be a G sharp or an E flat, it can change the mood in which the way that the disco goes or the rave goes. So it's definitely something that when Ben talks about light sources, that because there was 3 different ones there, and the fact that he saw the outline and he felt safe, maybe it was a visitation of his future self or his past self.
Don't know. You have to look at the size as well, taking to the size of the being and the attributes of the being. Saying he was saying that it was more sort of low level in the sense of his chest to draw. So that put it about 4
Monster
foot,
height.
4 foot 5.
Well,
I
average
think
check.
it's more likely. I think it's
on,
more likely to be one of the native spirits from there because they're on like a reservation and stuff, and obviously there's a lot of history there from the Native American side of things. And I think that it could have been one of them really that's come over.
What, elemental?
Yeah, more elemental, but high up elemental.
Well, I can hold my hands up and say, when it comes to native Indian stuff, I haven't got a bloody clue. So it could be. I don't know. Maybe it was the peacock feather. You don't know. Maybe it was generating its own source of energy. But yeah, Kate's saying, is there anything particular about the house, ley lines, or previous historical site? Like Lou's just explained, Bob's house is on an Indian reservation, a native Indian reservation over there in America. So that could play a massive part in it. Annie's saying, where's the bleeding sun, Ben? Sort it out, mate.
I can't sprinkle my hands enough to make the sun come out properly. It's coming out in Derby.
Yeah, it's not raining now. Means we can go out in a bit.
Kate's saying, yeah, exactly, spot on 100%. Annie's also saying she's only ever seen the Anunnaki in a gold light, which, yeah, I mean, thinking about going back to the interview that we've done with Annie before, when we was talking about visitations of Anunnaki, when she spoke about when she saw them, they were all dressed in black and purple. The angelics were in white and gold. Because I do listen from time to time, maybe.
You was in the side part, though, for that interview.
Yeah, I literally was like the gooseberry in that interview. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, like that sort of destroys my theory, which normally happens on the show. I have a theory and it gets completely destroyed every single time. But I mean, yeah, no.
We put your we put your theory on the fridge with a magnet with a little smiley face.
Good effort, C+. Oh, right, okay. See, that shows I wasn't listening. And he said, nope, they dress in white and gold and angels tend to wear nothing. Don't you just love it?
Everything, anything, not nothing. Oh, Jesus, dog.
I thought that was you.
No.
That's the same thing. It said, don't tend to wear anything. That's basically they're naked all the time. I'm trying to think. There is, Kate, when you talk about the time traveling theory, there is documentation and research online that's been done, and I can't, Joe, for the life of me, I can't remember his name, but there is a guy, he was the Count of something, and he was spotted in 3 different centuries, but he's always spotted with like high, it's more conspiracy than paranormal. I will try and find out for you for another show, because there's a lot of documented stuff on him. I'm trying to think of his name, but I read a book about it as well, but he's been spotted in 3 different centuries.
You can't remember his name.
No, I just can't. It's the Count. The only thing that comes to my head is the Count of Monte Cristo, but it ain't the Count of Monte Cristo because that's a film. So I don't know. Annie's put up maybe the odd loincloth now and again, but they show an idealized version of what they want us to look like. Makes sense. There it is, the Count of Saint Germain. Thank you, Charisse Hanby.
No, don't help him. Don't help him. It's more funny.
You so much. Yeah, Kate, check out that. Just search up the Count of Saint Germain. He has been spotted in 3 different centuries, always around people with power. And they honestly believe that he is a time traveler. And I've seen evidence that he could be. Even though it just could be in these different centuries, a guy that looks very similar. So, yeah, I like Charisse. I like her. She helps me out. See, Ben, she doesn't watch me sit there and squirm.
I find it's a learning process. I teach.
Yeah, but pressurized teaching doesn't work. That's why they took away the cane a long time ago.
No, see, I would teach the same way you teach bomb disposal. You'd be disposing the bomb. I'd be behind you with a balloon and a pin.
See, Ben learned from like the Montauk side of things, where you put people in like mad duress and they finally find out what they're doing. So, carrot on a stick, as we like to call it.
We did have some questions.
I'm going to get to M's one. I'm going to get to M's one in a minute. Just Lauren Dean saying, have you looked at Sasha Stone before? He's good with what he talks about. I've not heard of him. I don't know if Ben has.
No, I'll have those.
Colour Me Pinkish, welcome. Love the name. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Robert Di Bernardo, one of our patrons. Did Bob or his wife have an increase in psychic ability after the encounter? I don't know. I can ask. All I
Rob
know is that he felt quite happy. Yeah, Rob's one of your buddies.
Rob is one of my. He's part of my network. He is a demonologist out in New York, New Jersey, I believe you live in, Rob. I may be wrong. But yeah, he's part of my network of world people. He's a really good, he's a really sound guy as well.
Rob, have you heard of that? He's like a priest or a vicar out in New York, and he's into conspiracies. Can't remember his name, but he's like really out
You
there.
know what names are you?
Not mine,
No,
though.
terrible names, terrible dates. I have to write on my forehead what time the show's on, so then I remember to rub it off before we go live. That's the only reason I know, and I'm never late.
Like, tell me and I put it in the diary.
Yes, we know how good I am with dates, don't we? We had a question from Ems, which is somewhere down here. I'm going to find it. She asked us.
Our sister asked us what.
Yeah, where's the one place you'll want to investigate that you haven't already, and not anytime soon? I'm going to hand it over to you guys first, because you always put me in the limelight. I know where I'm going.
Go on.
Me?
Yeah.
I want to go to the Winchester Mystery House.
Oh, the Winchester Mystery House.
Ooh, what's the Winchester Mystery House?
It's a mystery.
Oh, we're not supposed to know. It's a mystery. Yeah, okay. That's where Scooby-Doo and that are investigated. I know what you're talking about now.
I want to go somewhere, and this will show it for the people that have been watching the shows for a long time. I want to go to the Eye of Africa.
You want to go to the Eye of Africa?
I want to go to the Eye of Africa.
That's typical Ben. He can't pick a place. He wants to go to the whole of the Eye of Africa.
No, if you remember correctly, when I
He's pointing
posted
his finger.
yeah, you know, I'm serious.
I'm in
When I
trouble
posted
now.
the information about the location of Atlantis.
Of Atlantis. Yep.
I want to go stand in the middle of the Eye of Africa.
Two places I want to go to. Two.
Up to
Number one. No, yeah, because I'm greedy and I never do anything by one. I don't like the number one. It's not a power number. We
like a number
believe in
two?
gematria. I love a number two. I'm regular with my number two. Number one, I want to go and visit Bran Castle in Romania. Not because of Vlad Dracul or anything to do with Dracula. It's because of the stone tape theory. I believe that there'll be a lot of energy there from when the Nazi Germans were doing their psychic research and their psychical research, and I would love to pick up on that. The second place I want to go to, but Ben will never allow me to go to, is the burnt out ruins of the Crowley House in Scotland.
Told you, we'll go together, Damon.
You can go. I'm just
Yeah.
not allowed there.
We could get you a little like dress up moustache and a beard, and actually you could just go as Gandalf. That would work. We got another question here actually from Colour Me Pinkish. Thank you. Here after watching Josh's video, what made you guys interested in this stuff? Shall I go first this time?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I've been investigating the paranormal for 15 years now, and when I had my first team, Truths Paranormal, we went to a location in Essex called Harwich Redoubt Fall. We drew straws to who got locked into one of these cells that were there, and I drew a short straw with one of my mediums called Paul. And we had to spend an hour alone in this room, and the team were on the other side of the fall. And while we're in there, I can't even describe it. It's half man, half bat creature. And I wasn't high or on any sort of drugs, guys. Before you go there, we don't do anything with drugs on the show. It was crawling down this wall, and it had like purple eyes, glowing purple eyes, and it scared the life out of me. And ever since that day, demonology, occultology, conspiracy, it's always been my thing, because I've personally experienced, as Ben put it to me once I spoke to him on the show, it was a lesser demon that I experienced. But I am planning on going back to this place and seeing if it's still there. So that's what got me into this sort of thing. Thank you. I'm here all week.
Okay, I grew up in York. As you know, York is a very haunted place, and so living there, kind of get used to everything happening on the spooky level. You think it's normal. You meet Ben.
Just, I'm feeling the love.
And yeah, you realise there's a lot more depth to it than just living and working with spirits. There's this whole other side of it all, the more in-depth side of it, and that's where Ben's taken me.
Really? No, it's good. That's good. Ben, what got you into all this stuff?
Where do I start? I got attacked by a spirit when I was 3.
Right.
As much as my mum will never admit to them sort of things, she knows exactly what's happening. Bless her, she's scared crapless.
Poor mum.
Then at 14, I started self-studying because a teacher of mine, Father Joseph Daniels of the Russian Orthodox Church.
Are you on slow mode, by the way?
I will give him a shout out.
You just need to talk really slowly.
It's because my brain's not working. We know what I'm like.
Laughs like a box of chocolates.
Yeah. So yeah, from there I just started. He gave me a boost up and let me have, through his network of people, I managed to find certain things, and it progressed from there. And here I am today, many years down the line, with lots of connections to certain people and lots of connections to different libraries and private collections.
That's cool. Like the chat room's going mad. Have you ever been to the UK before? A few times.
We live in the UK.
We live in the UK. We're UK based. I live in, for our colonial brothers across the pond, I live in what they call Orange Land, aka Essex. Ben and Lou, they live in a completely different part of the country up in Yorkshire somewhere. They all talk a really funny language. So it's hard to understand. When Ben gets angry or he gets into something, it's really hard to understand. It's like a foreign language. That's have translators at hospitals and everything.
Just to verify it, we had a recent incident with this as well. We took Evie, my stepdaughter, Lou's daughter, to the plague village in Derbyshire.
He's still on slow motion.
It's because my brain has to work.
Oh my god!
And
Plague village.
Yeah,
plague village,
Eam.
Literally. Plague village.
EYAM. Pronounced Eam.
Yeah. See, we would call it EYAM, but we talk properly in Essex anyway.
Yeah.
I asked for a direction. I asked a bloke there which way it is to the well.
Yeah.
And his response was it something like, "Why are you looking for a plough?"
He was like, "The plough." Ben said, "Is it this way to the well?" The guy, who we presume was local, didn't sound local though, but he was working there, said, "The plough," in a rather posh voice, which is just funny. He's like, "How does well and plough sound the same?"
You say I grew up around that area. My accent comes from around that area as well.
Naturally, some of Ben's accent, wandering through a field, of course they're looking for a plough.
Oh, well, man. At Economy Pink, as she's saying, what could be more fun than stairs that go into the ceiling and doors that open to a 3-foot drop, aka Winchester House? That sounds quite cool. It's all a mystery. We're not allowed to know. Annie's saying it's not really in the heart of the Eye of Africa. It's off the coast of old Mesopotamia between Egypt and Africa, which is underwater. There's so much going up on it. Have you ever been to Newcastle upon Tyne to do a ghost investigation? I haven't, but I'm sure Ben and Lou have.
No, I've never managed to get up that far.
Well, send us an invite and we'll make it. This is a good one. Colour Me Pink is asking, does this stuff ever scare you? Yes. Any normal person would not get scared dealing with what we deal with on a regular basis. Ben has sent me pictures from a case we dealt before that scared the life out of me. Ben's not normal, so he doesn't get scared. So
I have a bad tendency, as you guys have seen by watching like Exploring with Josh, Exploring with Seth, and Exploring with Fighters. I have a tendency, if something makes a noise or there is a growl or there's an aggressive spirit, I will run towards it whilst everyone is running away. In the rare occasions I run away, everyone panics and full on legs it if I have to run away from something.
I had to colour me pinkish. If you want to see how scared I really get, right, there's a video on the Truth Collective page where we were investigating, well, me and my brother went on our own to do a scout out of North Weald Redoubt Fort, which is not far from us. And I literally cacked my kegs, like pooed my pants, when a pigeon flew at me. So that's on there. Honestly, true story. It's on there. It's live on Facebook. There you go. Lauren Dean saying the North and South getting along unheard of. It's not that we don't get along. It's just we find it hard to understand sometimes each other.
Yeah, they now speak proper English and they can't understand proper English.
Annie's saying another awesome live. Big up to you. Kate says she has a 1-year-old daughter who naturally I'm so protective of. What can I use to protect her from entities? I'm scared after hearing Ben was attacked. Well done, Ben. Inducing fear into the listeners.
Yeah, I just want to say it's a ridiculously rare occurrence of you being attacked at such a young age.
Definitely.
I won't go into full details, but it was literally a one-off rarity.
Well, I think it's less than 0.12% of paranormal encounters are actually physical encounters. I think it's 76% are other noises or smells, which people don't really know much about.
And most attacks on children are ridiculously low. Like, and a spirit will interact with them, but for an attack, it's ridiculously low.
From what you described, you were kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. There was something going off between a couple of spirits, and Ben just got caught in the crossfire.
Yeah. But if you do want to offer protection, we stick by on the other dimension. Do not use sage. Sage doesn't work. Yeah. You're going to use anything. We always tend to sort of drift towards citrus, orange, and frankincense.
Yeah.
Lavender.
Yeah.
Lavender.
My daughter likes lavender.
Wild sage.
Lavender's nice.
Wild.
My daughter uses lavender.
Yeah, it's a nice smell. It makes you calm. It calms me down. Which needs to happen.
Gives a really good spirits of it before bed as well.
Yeah. Elisa's saying, that's Elisa. Big shout out to you, Matt. Spiritus Paranormal, who was on the other week. Brilliant show. She said, come to Castle Keep in Newcastle. Amazing place. Is that an official invitation? And are you going to let us in for free? If so, we are Ponces and we'll definitely come. Well, speak for myself anyway. Let's put it that way.
Damon's quite happy to work the streets around Newcastle. Oh, he's gone.
I'm not gone. I'm back. My crossword come up and I clicked it accidentally.
Colour me pinkish. Where can I watch that again? You talk fast, Ben. Yeah, that's the problem.
You talk fast, Ben talk slow. Yeah,
it's the difference. That's a colour me pinkish. The difference between higher intelligence and lower intelligence. Like, my brain works way too fast and I end up just talking. Ben's brain has this way of like slowing him down so that he gets all the information out, whereas I just go, that's done. That's it. Loads of people coming in. We were like 3 minutes over, but I'm happy to sit here, and if you guys have to sit here and answer questions.
We've got questions.
Honestly, guys, any questions, hit them up. We'll answer them. We normally do us like an AMA, which AUA, ask us anything, which means you just ask us whatever you like. Jeanette's saying Sage Rage Rampage. Oh, yes.
Veterans will. There we go. All veterans are tagged with Sage Rage Rampage and the Abyssal Chicken.
Any advice on how to get started in the paranormal investigation room? My hometown, Newcastle, has quite a varied haunted places. How to get started on investigation? You need a good team behind you.
Yeah,
that's a good start, and it has to be quite a varied team. You can't just have a full team of mediums or a full team of skeptics or a full team of people that go with the science route. If you've got a varied team who
you don't even need a full team. To be fair, just two of you.
No, yeah, Jenny from Supernatural, her and her dad do it. Yeah, just need someone. You can't go on your own because that will make you look really sad, especially when you're standing in the forest talking to nobody by yourself. you're more than likely going to get straight jacket. But yeah, no, I mean, if you want to get started in the paranormal, message me after the show or message Ben and Lou after the show, and we'll get you started. I've had a team now for 15 years, so I can help out there. Ben and Lou have been with loads of teams. Lou's been kicked out of about 8. So she's just too good for them. She makes them all look rubbish. They kick her out. It's out of order, I tell you. We felt sorry for her. That's why we took her on the show.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, it's not that. She goes on as advisor to a team, and then the team will go like misjudge what she's saying, and then they'll go, "Well, we don't quite need you anymore." Then she'll leave, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh crap, we might actually need Lou. Can anyone get in contact with Lou? We might need her."
And they say all that on a live.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter. See, for the listeners out there that lock into the show, the one thing you will get with the Other Dimension, and I promise you this, for the rest of the time this show is going, you will always get 100% honesty. If someone is pissing us off, we will tell you they're pissing us off in a nice way, but we will tell you. And if someone is actually coming on the show and is chatting out of their crack, we will tell you as well. Ben is very good at that. Very, very good at that.
As we were saying, we had a medium on once who said he could tell us everything. He could even tell me what I had for breakfast. Then when he sat there and went, right, he's going to do me a reading. However, there's only ever been one person who's managed to do a reading, and we had him on 2 weeks ago, which is Andy Moore. This gentleman proceeded to tell me that he was talking to my grandma. However, half an hour before the show, I'd been on the phone to my grandma, and she was perfectly fine. Bless her, she's 94, still going, she's still solid. Then he went on to my grandma on my dad's side, who is fully alive as well. And then he started to panic. He didn't quite know which family members to go for next. So if I am renowned for calling BS. If I see BS, I know I will do it straight to their face.
Damn right. And that's how we roll here. Kate saying thank you. Feel slightly better, but sorry for Ben, of course.
It's worked out fine.
It worked out better.
Yeah.
As most groups we've worked with would find out. I think even David can vouch for it worked out better for him.
Apart from the odd-shaped head, he's perfectly fine, honestly. Lou wants to laugh.
Even like my husband, he just looks a little bit weird at the moment.
I had to ghost on Trent saying magic disappearing, Damon. Yep. Lisa saying defo, when we book to go, you guys are more than welcome. We are there like Yogi Bear. Have a look at Haunted Places and see if they have any groups booked in for investigation. Have a look on Facebook for Haunted Newcastle, or look for a local spiritual church. Or so. The one bit of advice I will give you, okay, whoever wants to start a team in Newcastle, I went down the route of SNC, Spiritual Nationalist Church. Don't do that. Go on Facebook, and if you want to learn medium skills, talk to me. I'll put you in touch, and Ben will put you in touch, and Lou will put you in touch of mediums that we can vouch for, that will teach you properly. I mean, if you want some sort of backup that we teach properly and all that sort of thing, speak to Jeanette, who's part of Truth Collective. She will tell you, because we've been working with Jeanette over the last couple of weeks. If you want mediums to work with you and get into that sort of thing, speak to us first, please. Because when it comes to mediumship, and Ben and Lou will back me up here, don't go down the S&C route, because it's not. They're great, they do brilliant work, but it's not the route you want to go down when it comes to investigating the paranormal, because they're more. I don't know if Ben and Lou will back me up here, but they're more sort of based around readings and giving readings to people rather than realizing what the paranormal is.
Yeah, they do more platform reading than anything else. Just to make people aware, we do have quite a good core, like we call them veterans, or like the true
odds. Yeah.
So you've got people like Jeanette, you've got people like Vonnie, who's on here, Kathy and Jade. Oh, Jade, bless her, she's how old's Jade?
15.
She's 15, and she has got knowledge on old pagan beliefs that is outstretched. It's brilliant.
Definitely.
We can quite happily put you in touch with these guys, and they will happily teach you certain bits and bobs.
100%.
We do have really
100%.
good team members. And at this rate, I'm going to be making them all mods. 16 now. Sorry, 16 now.
Yeah. Kate's saying you guys are so genuine and so awesome. Thank you. So glad I found you. I'm glad you found us too.
you.
Honestly, guys, this show wouldn't run without you, the listeners. Like, this show would just be me and Ben sitting here taking the piss out of each other, and Lou putting us on timeout every 5 minutes because we're sitting there taking the piss out of each other, literally. But yeah, I mean, like, without you guys, this is nothing. You know, head over to Patreon if you guys want some more of our stuff. I'm trying to do daily video logs. Ben's going to be putting some stuff up there. I know that he's been working on his occult and demonology teachings, which he's going to be doing exclusively to the Patreon and stuff. If you want to do that, honestly, guys, you can join for £1 a month. I think that's $1.50. I think in America.
We don't charge for help or stuff like that. Patreon, if you want to join, we don't pressurize you to join Patreon.
No.
But if you want to join, by all means, we make it worth your while. But you guys keep us on the air as well. That's why you have exclusive stuff. Like, you'll have exclusive discount to Slate and Bone, which is
something that nobody else knows about. All the new people.
No one knows. None of the new people know about. Which is a company that me and Lou run, which is Slate artwork and Viking-inspired jewelry and bone needle.
Cool stuff.
Yes, Lou?
The traditional Viking nail binding. Yes. Hats, socks.
And the only place you can get Todd. The only place you can get Todd.
I'll get Todd's. Oh, hang on, there's a puppy. The puppy. Tongue in mouth.
Black Phil.
There you go. Yeah. Black Phil.
He's the one that he was my first one, so excuse the loose stitching.
Yeah. I've seen Lou make them. They're actually really impressive. She sits there and she's just like, and she could sit there and make you make a cup of coffee while she's doing it. It's great.
Skills. I thought that because the puppy's excited now about it.
Jeanette's saying, tried spiritual church, not good on paranormal. Damon, Ben and Lou have really helped me. Thank you, Jeanette.
Me and Jeanette had fun one time when we went together, didn't we? Yeah,
I heard about your little trip round to Jeanette. She's been telling me. Oh, Ben, I was supposed to ask you something. I'll ask you after the show. Jeanette, it's my bad. I totally forgot and it ran out of my mind, but I will speak to Ben after the show, I promise. It's just popped in my head. The Ghost on Trent guys are saying, only ever seen 1 million action once and he nailed it and blew me away. Our boss man, Craig, totally awesome. Chris.
Yep.
Big up.
She's struggling.
Jade 16 now. Big up to Jade. We had her on a show a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely brilliant. I know she has an Infinity with dragons as well, which is good. Have you checked out the Overnight YouTube channel? No. I will go and have a look after the show. Big shouts out to Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline.
I want one too. So also, there you go, Lou. Ghost on Trent. Chris wants one of them. Lauren's saying that's really cool. Kate's saying ooh. Colour Me Pinkish saying thank you for the answers. We'll definitely check out the rest of Facebook. So I think we're going to wrap it up here, guys.
That's me for a second. My phone. I say, because speaking of YouTube, what are we on now? Are we nearly on 100 with the
96 subscribers? We are on 96.
And stuff. Soon be there.
Yeah. As soon as we get to 100, we can actually have our own YouTube link, which is fantastic.
And
so
we are generally would have done it if you guys coming on. So when we get to 100, we are doing a other dimension giveaway where we're giving away T-shirts and cups and so on and so forth. We're going to be drawing out once we hit 100.
Get people to subscribe to our YouTube, please.
Yeah, man.
Have a prize draw, lots of prizes. Even Damon doesn't know how brilliant the prizes are yet because he's not gotten completely organised.
Thanks for grasping up.
Jacqueline's in the comments.
Yeah, you put that up before. You were playing with the dog.
I'm not playing them.
Chris saying thanks for an awesome live. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure for you guys tonight. We've really, really enjoyed it. Big shout out to all the new listeners. Do not forget, this Sunday, Ben and Lou will be live at the Occult and Science Show. That's at 7:30. Ben, what are you talking about this week?
This week, I will be talking about my magical hands, as everyone saw on the video.
Oh,
Ben.
God.
Take that as you will. I will leave that there. But yeah, we're talking about the electrical magnetic field and how you can manipulate it within your body. This will require some level of understanding of basic science, so don't worry, I will explain.
And Tai Chi.
Yes, Tai Chi, looking basically more to the scientific side of energy manipulation within the human body. For those of you that watched last week, I'm done with quantum mechanics, so you guys can relax. I will be writing a paper up on that soon.
A test for you guys.
Yeah. I will be writing a paper up on that soon because I do have 3 quantum states of matter that I have a theory on when it comes to the paranormal field. I also have one of the associations screaming at me because I didn't submit my paper this year. Alex, if you're watching. Luckily, that never gets reported on, it won't be seen or heard of on the radio, but I know we'll watch this back and see that.
Yep.
Better luck next time. So, yeah.
Also, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm going to be locked in on Sunday. Also, guys, like I said, we've got the Patreon. We've got another paranormal quiz coming up in June. Don't forget to check out if you want to see me out in the field getting scared by pigeons. Tomorrow night, Truth Collective will be live from 8 o'clock. We'll be live on the Other Dimension channel as well as the Truth Collective page. So if you want to join in, it's a live and interactive investigation. You get the questions you want answered from the spirits that are with us. So apart from that, anything else we need to add?
No, Sunday we'll be putting a video up because we are out with Supernatural UK, so we're going to be posting their video up after yours.
Yeah, so I'll put that up on the page on Sunday.
Yeah, so we'll put that up on page
Sunday daytime.
So yeah, guys, we'll be putting that up on page on Sunday.
Aye.
Down at Mill.
After we go down Jitty. See, I'm learning. If you want to add us on, don't forget facebook.com/TOD Paranormal. Yeah, guys, we're out of here. Until the same time next week, it's bye from me and bye from Ben and Lou.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And just remember, guys, if there's no other explanation, there is always the other dimension. Goodbye.